Thank you, Mark, and thank you to all of our panellists. I was busily scribbling notes through that panel, and I think it was probably quite lucky I wasn't sitting on the panel because I had lots of thoughts I wanted to include. I loved everything that you were talking about and how all of your organisations are working towards better indoor air, and I feel like if we can just use some of the momentum that we're building, we're getting really close. One thing that Jorge said, which really kind of stuck with me, and he mentioned about the ramp, we put the ramp in regardless of how many people use it. We have to see air in the same way, which means that there's safe indoor air in every single space, because you never know who is going to be at risk when they come into the space. So we do need an indoor air quality performance standard that can effectively reduce the risk of exposure to airborne pathogens and other pollutants in all public spaces so that everyone can breathe safely indoors. So thank you very much to the panellists and speakers from panel 3 and to Mark for moderating it so expertly, to Claire for moderating panel 2 so expertly, and to all of our speakers from that session, and also obviously to all of our lived experience speakers from session 1. Feels like this morning was a very long time ago, but thank you all for staying with us and thank you for being here. I mentioned at the start about our making the invisible visible campaign, and I guess this was one of my other sort of thoughts that was running through my mind during that last panel. We do have an opportunity to actually start pushing from the bottom up to push on government that there is a demand for this. And that's what we're trying to achieve with our Making the Invisible Visible campaign. It's very, very simple. The ask is monitor your indoor space and make it visible. Because if people can't see it, they don't know what the safety is, how safe a space is. We need to start seeing it like a food hygiene standard. You walk into a restaurant, you see it's a 1-star rating. You're not going to have the eggs. You're not going to eat them. We need to start thinking about it in the same way. So I love Nick's, smiley face, frowny face. I'm sure Ron will come up with something that's more eloquent than that. But for now, we have an opportunity to actually just start doing it. So if you're working in a space, if you're a building owner, all of our commercial real estate partners today, let's start doing it. Let's start encouraging people to make it visible so that people can see when they walk into a space what it is, and that it isn't on individuals with chronic health conditions to have to carry that burden for themselves. I've totally gone off script. I've got no idea where I am. The point is that this is solvable, and we're really delighted that actually we launched this campaign a couple of weeks ago, Amy, not very long ago, with zero budget, zero expectations, but we're delighted that momentum is growing across sectors. I'm not sure we've updated this with the last. There's definitely one in India since we put this presentation together. So yeah, and also I think came on board last night for the US. Haven't even got the US on the map. So anyway, it's very exciting. It's a growing thing, and we're really calling this year zero. And we'll be building this campaign over the next year, and we're looking forward to working with all of you as we do that. Okay, so yes, thank you very much. It was fantastic to see you all. Following the close of today's event, Amy and I will be heading to the QT Hotel. You would have had some correspondence that said Parlour. Please don't go to Parlour. They went into administration yesterday, so they are shut. So we're going to the QT Hotel for some drinks and dinner. You're very welcome to join us. After that, we will be walking around to see the Shine Dome, which is lit up this week for our Making the Invisible Visible campaign, and you're very welcome to join us for some selfies at the Shine Dome. Thank you very much to our partners at ERA, Mark, Claire, Nick, the Australian Academy of Sciences, Anna Maria, Hayley, all of the amazing team, Lisa, there are lots of you, but thank you. Amy and I said at lunchtime, we couldn't have actually done this without you, so thank you very much. To Lydia for having a report to launch, thank you very much. And to the Burnett Institute as well. Suman, I think he might have gone, but thank you to Suman and all of the team at the Burnett. Thank you to our sponsors. Oh, there was the QR code, by the way, sorry. If you wanted to join the campaign. I should always do it so that the QR code's already on the slide. I'll leave it up there for a few more seconds. To our sponsors, the Cane Foundation, QED, AFPRO, Canfield, Condair, Plasma Shield. I haven't seen Condair actually. Plasma Shield, Smart Air, Sterile Air. Thank you all so much. We literally, couldn't have been here without you. So thank you for believing in us and believing in our mission and supporting us along the way. And finally, thank you to Amy. I can't see you up there. There's a very bright light. Thank you for all you do. I'm sorry for almost killing you several times over this. Over the last few months, it's we're two half people. I hope you've enjoyed the conference. I promise not to do an event during Melbourne Cup week again. For people from Melbourne, I know this was a funny week to have an event in Parliament, so thank you very much. I promise next year it won't be a Melbourne Cup week. So that's it. Thank you very much to everyone online. Thank you for joining us. We had over 200 registrants for online. We really value your participation, and I know that there are some people waking up in the US now who will get on and watch once we get round to publishing it. So thank you very much. We look forward to working with you all to make indoor air safer for everyone to breathe next year, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Thank you very much.